Welcome to the cabin and mini home construction zone at Escambia Lakes here on the shores of Goat Refuge Lake. Today we are seeking to make more progress on our footings for a 11 by 20 foot, 11 by 22 foot cabin. Okay, so here's a footing that's being finished out right now. It's been leveled up to the other two highest ones, and we've still got 3 of the lower ones to go. There's basically 3 courses of block here, crisscrossed and filled with a good Portland cement Escambia Lakes gravel mix. To do the leveling, we use some 2x2s here because we're on a bit of a slope. We had pretty much 4 by inches higher that we needed to raise those blocks there to be level, and here we had essentially, a stack of 3 there, about 6 inches. So they're level enough for the purposes of these footings right now. We can always fix it up on the top as we need to later. So I've made this jig here to position the threaded rod in the block, because we pretty much are placing our threaded rod in the concrete mix, in the holes of the block. And we are going to be placing a 3x8 treated, CCA treated pine here. And it's going to butt down on here, and I believe these are the ties we're going to use here. This is the standard we're setting right now. So that will be able to, this hole will be able to bolt through the wood, run through the 8 inches with a big bolt there to secure the wood, and then this will be secured down with washers and nuts. So to make the hole sizes right and place those rods, I made this jig here that's basically 8 inches between these lines, and then I drilled the holes so I can pretty much know where the holes are going to be for the pieces there. So just positioning it back on here. Holes are tight. Okay, so all right, the jig's on there, and I've mixed up the concrete well in there and packed it in really good around those rods, and now this just needs to cure. All right, on to the next one, which will be this one up here, and we need to make sure that we're level over to the other one there and to this corner one here, and then we can proceed with the 2 lower ones. Oh, by the way, we've got a 1/2-inch rebar placed in the other side over there down to the ground on each of these. Down to the footing, that is. We don't go all the way to the dirt because you don't want to hit the moisture of the dirt. It's down to the concrete footing that's down here, so it goes to the whole course of the blocks and all the concrete that's been poured in there. Using Portland cement, type 1-2, 94-pound bags. We go through so many of them out here, and then we just use our sand and gravel. This is what we're using here, folks. It's got a lot of piece size gravel and a mix with sand here, and it's good for our purposes right now. We got other gravel that's we use for other concreting purposes, but we consider this to be suitable. Oh, by the way, we are making a bit of a lime, a mortar that's a little richer in lime for going between some of the joints with a smoother mortar here on these blocks.